Rajdeep, first of all, it must be a temporary relief. The matter is in Supreme Court. I think one should wait till the next hearing, and let the judgment be pronounced by the Honorable Supreme Court. Then we will let her thrill with joy. But I am sure that there is enough meat for him to be behind the bar, and we will wait for the judgment to come from the Supreme Court. But let me remind her what their leaders have spoken about the Honorable Prime Minister.
1 minute time now.
I didn't interrupt you. Please listen to me. Tana Shah, he was called rat. Maut ka saudagar. Who said this? Ravan, औकात दिखा देंगे. Hitler की मौत मरेगा. So many nasty words they are using against the Prime Minister. But when you actually cross your limit, we didn't ask police to take action. We didn't go for any FIR, or no one has gone for FIR when you made this kind of a statement, because we were tolerating it. But when you just cross the limit and abusing the Prime Minister, instead of his father's name, you are using somebody else's name, and it was intentional.
Sir, do you think the Prime Minister, Mr. Zafar Islam, Mr. Zafar Islam, I have two issues. Okay, I have two issues. When the Prime Minister used the word 50 crore girlfriend, is it okay? When you say someone is a Jersey cow and Congress ki vidwa, is it okay? You see, you can't bring the discourse down low, and then when others bring it down, you say, oh, look at what they are saying. The fact is, all our politicians and the Prime Minister of this country have brought the discourse down. That's the reality. A. Number two, let us assume that both sides have been responsible for this. Why use the police? Where is the police in this? What is the police going to do in these cases? That's what I keep asking you, sir.
Rajdeep,
can I make a very small
who will take action against somebody who is abusing the Prime Minister? It is the police. Once the FIR has been filed, then it has to be executed. Who will execute? Will you execute?
No, what is
will I execute?
What is the crime?
It is the authority which has been
no,
given
what
the
is the crime?
He will discharge the
For
responsibility.
saying Narendra Gautam Das Adani, Gautam Das Modi, what is the crime?
Which is totally...
What's the crime there? It's wrong. I agree with you. It's terrible.
Instead
it's
of
mocking him.
Name,
it's wrong.
No. Can I use Rajdeep Gautam Bhai?
I'm okay with it.
Sound good?
I've got nothing
Obviously,
to hide.
Your father's name is Sardesai, and that's what. No, you are okay with it.
Sir,
you are okay with it. Doesn't mean that everybody should be okay with it. No, you are okay because you want to tolerate such nonsense. Everybody will not tolerate, and especially when it comes to Prime Minister, nobody will tolerate. And when there is an FIR, it has to be executed, and the police will put him behind the bar.
Okay, let me ask you therefore, Supriya Shine, is the lesson somewhere, just a minute, ma'am, just as the BJP must learn the lesson of not misusing police powers that they have today in large parts of the country, will spokesperson like yourself, like Mr. Khera also recognize that sometimes you all are getting carried away and saying things which are offensive? And thereby what you need to do is also improve the quality of discourse, not simply point out to the other person. This whataboutery also must end.
If getting carried away and saying insane, insulting or not one spokesperson of the BJP will be able to speak in a straight sentence, whether in English or in Hindi. Ek shabd nahi bol payenge ye log. The kind of nonsensical things that the BJP spokespersons come and say about my leadership, about Pandit Nehru, and Mr. Modi follows them all. What exactly are we talking about? The reality is, just before the plenary, the agenda is very clearly decided. There are two ideologies in this country, one which is going to rule with the brute, majoritarian police force, and one that is going to listen to the people and articulate their concerns. If talking about unemployment, high prices, income inequality, women, and the Adani allegations is a serious crime, we will continue to commit this crime no matter what this government does.
You are entitled to raise, but I think you also need to raise the level of political discourse. That's the challenge. You have every right to raise questions. The manner in which you do can be looked at, but the fact is, misusing the police has to stop, and it's happening across the country. And Zafar Islam, I think the least you can say is you accept. Tomorrow it could be you who's picked up by a police force in a Congress-ruled state. This must stop. And you must say that, because that is what we want as a country. The police is not your private militia. And it's time you all realize that, sir. The police is the country, has a rule of law.
Police is Rajdeep,
you're using it as a private militia. All of you.
Which we already, no, you are preaching something which we already follow. Police is authority. They have to discharge their responsibility. If there is an FIR, especially when somebody has committed crime, if nobody takes action, then you will also, they will lose faith in police.
What is the crime?
And policing what they are required to do.
Islam, what is the crime?
Crime is that
what is the crime? This is a country where murderers get away.
Half of you will be behind jail.
Abusing the Prime Minister cannot be a crime that allows you to deflate someone.
No, just a second.
That is not a crime that
is not only abusing
the Prime Minister must fix the crime.
He is hurting the sentiment, religious sentiments. He is creating enmity between the societies. He is trying to break the society, mislead the people, and especially the OBC. He was targeting OBC. That's why it is important for everyone to learn the lesson that you have to have a political discourse, which is something which is acceptable to the society, and even what has made this kind of statement.
I leave it there.